So nice to see you again. We met last time in Hamburg.
Yes.
Now you are playing at your home, more on your side.
Yeah, home turf for me. I mean, I rode my motorcycle up here to Seattle from Portland.
The motorcycle is there. Is your own motorcycle?
Yes. It's a custom theme bike. It's called the Java Chopper, and we built it at Sun Microsystems to kind of promote Java, and we had it in the supercomputing booth at SCO8. And this year we brought it to the insideHPC booth.
That's why. And is there some special hardware inside related to supercomputing?
Well, you know, Sun was known for Java, and we thought, well, you know, what better way than talk about performance, but, you know, kind of make it old school, right? Because it's got the fishtail fins, right? And yeah, I don't know. We have the show on American TV called American Chopper, where they pick a theme, like some kind of you know, like a cat bulldozers, right? And they'll make a motorcycle from scratch based on that theme. Well, that's what Java was. I handed the designer the Java logo, and I said, build me a coffee-themed bike, okay? And a year later, he shows up with this thing, and even the hoses are copper, everything matches the Java coffee theme.
But this is some way how also clusters have been built. So in the same way, let's hear some hardware.
Well,
and then
certainly. I mean, I think, you know, coming with HPC, right? The Beowulf clusters used to be built the same way, right? They would take commodity parts, which that thing is. In fact, the handlebars are actually made out of ornamental fencing iron, right? And you would take these parts and you would build a cluster, and you would, you know, every time you'd have to write your own software and scripts to get it all working. Well, that was the 90s, you know. Thomas Sterling and Don Becker created this kind of open source thing we call Beowulf. And now most of the computing on the top 500 is done with Beowulf computers because they've made it a lot easier. They've automated a lot of this stuff. And the systems just keep getting faster. It's terrific.
And you have a very special view of this conference because you are with your insideHPC, you are going around and looking at different booths. Just tell me 2 or 3 highlights of what we have seen in these days.
Well, 2 or 3 highlights, I think, but one is just an overall mood thing. I think the vendors I've talked to, and it's much more upbeat than it's been in past years. I think the vendors are feeling like they have an opportunity to make money and hire people again. So that's a big shift, and that's really refreshing. So that would be the first thing. As far as visually, there's a NOAA booth here that has this giant globe where they project on it from 4 sides. I don't know if you guys got a picture of that, but
I have a movie about that, so you'll...
Yeah, maybe you can overcut that while I'm blabbing about it, but it fools you into thinking you are looking at a planet hovering there. It's just gorgeous. So that was stunning. And the second thing, I was at SDSC, San Diego Supercomputer booth, and they showed me this astrophysics simulation that they just completed, and it's basically showing the birth of the universe. But for the first time, they were able to factor in the effect of starlight on the formation of the universe, because just the ambient light plays a role. Okay, it's like. Yeah, so anyway, it was very organic. It looks like sea anemones and stuff, and they didn't know what it would look like till they ran the simulation, and it ran on Jaguar. It took, I forget, 40 million CPU hours to create that. So that was a high point for me on a visualization standpoint.
What you tell me, I would expect an answer, this GPU is impressed you or whatever it is the computer, but at the end this shows that even if we are engineers, we are technicians, we are scientists, at the end we care about the Earth, we care about the universe, where we came from, where we are going there. And these, I think, are some answers that supercomputing is trying to answer and that motivates us to work in this field.
Yeah, absolutely. These are tools that scientists can use to make this a better place to live, right? And we have some tough challenges on this planet with sustainability, with you know, population growth and cancer and diseases like that, and you know, carbon, you know, global warming. We're not going to crack those without the best computers and giving the best minds the best tools, and that's really what this show is about.
Let's come back to Switzerland. Now it's the first time we have a booth at supercomputing. I think it was important to demonstrate what we are doing in Switzerland about supercomputers. And maybe you surely know that we have the first Cray XK6 installed worldwide with GPUs. What it means for you?
Well, I think it's really refreshing to see the Swiss on the leading edge of this stuff, because GPUs are a step towards exascale. If we're going to build computers that can do 10 to the 18th flops with only 20 megawatts of power, that's going to have to be some kind of hybrid machine, not just stacking x86 chips together. That just won't get us there. So now bringing in with the GPUs running on the AMD with the Cray, the XK6, this is a great step forward, and you guys are helping them figure out how to write the codes that are going to scale and be efficient to get us there.
Yes. This is, will be a lot of work also for our sys administrator, for the scientists, but we will have really in the next months very interesting time in trying out this new technology, and then to share the results with a larger community.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to coming to back to Lugano for the HPC workshop. So from the HPC Advisory Council. It's March, I think?
It will be in March, yes, and you will also see our new building. We will be cooled with water from the lake of Lugano.
Okay.
We will have 3 kilometers long pipes to take the water to the center.
Yeah.
So you will see the brand new supercomputing center. The machine, we will move them in April, but the staff will be already in the new building, and you will be one of the first one able to visit it.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. It's a beautiful town with this lovely lake in the foothills of the Alps. It's just gorgeous. So that's awesome.
Okay, meantime, something sweet.
Something Swiss
some chocolate, so we don't have, only have supercomputers.
The girlfriend's going to like that. Thank you very much.
And see you soon.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
You bet.